Welcome to the Las Vegas Luxury Housing Report for September 2025. While the main focus here is on the luxury market, from time to time it's important to address news topics and issues that affect the overall market, since that can actually have an effect on the luxury market as well. So before we get into last month's luxury market statistics, I want to provide context to a couple of clickbait headlines floating around. First has to do with the so-called explosion of inventory on the market, while the second has to do with Las Vegas leading the country in foreclosure filings. So stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the market.
Report from Zillow says the Las Vegas residential real estate market is being flooded with inventory.
First up, let's talk about this inventory situation. It seems all you hear now is this massive explosion of inventory. Now there's two levels to this argument. First, real estate is very much regional and local. What happens in Tampa or Cleveland isn't necessarily indicative of Las Vegas real estate. Now, from a macro perspective, areas in Texas and Florida are getting killed right now. Those states had the ability to pull massive amounts of housing permits and build homes to meet the migration patterns that occurred over the past 5 years. Now, as a result, they're sitting on an abundance of newly built homes with no buyers to occupy them. Now, conversely, here in Las Vegas, we never came close to building levels that we had prior to the Great Recession. Now, allow me to add some perspective to these headlines. First, the truth. It is true that inventory levels are currently up 39% over last year. By any measure, that's both drastic and a negative indicator. However, consider this. We currently have 437 less homes than we did this very same time in 2019. For those that don't recall, the Las Vegas housing market was really healthy in 2019, right before the entire world went crazy. In fact, we sold 2,926 homes in August of 2019. Compare that to the dismal 1,518 homes we sold last month. We literally sold half the amount of homes. So is the problem supply, as the media tends to portray, or is the problem demand? Based on the 12-year average for sales in August, we should currently have less than a 3-month supply of homes. That's truly nothing. So while the news is technically correct within context, the true problem lies in demand, not supply.
Notices of default are also up 28% from last year.
The market, a report ranking Nevada as having the most foreclosure filings right now in the country.
Now, last month, I had multiple clients reach out to me regarding the preponderance of media stories depicting Las Vegas as the epicenter for foreclosure filings. Now, having personally represented 8 banks and asset management companies on their defaulted assets, this was right up my alley. Now, if you want to talk about a complete nothing burger, wait for this. As with the previous depiction of increasing inventory, the truth is that foreclosure filings were up 26%. I mean, that sounds concerning, right? Well, that's because we went from 170 to 214. Like, seriously, 214 filings. Half of those properties will simply wind up being sold on the open market, and then half of the other half will likely get worked out in mediation and then just modified. So that leaves us with around 50 homes to talk about. Currently, we have 37 single-family homes that are foreclosures on the market. 37 out of 7,200. Again, half of 1%. But what sounds more interesting? Foreclosure filings up 26% last month. Or Las Vegas has 37 foreclosed homes on the market for sale. Exactly. Come for the clickbait, stay for the sobriety. Finally, let's get back to talking luxury. Much like America in general, it's a tale of two worlds. Like Main Street and Wall Street right now, while traditional real estate is massively struggling, the luxury market has been substantially outperforming its counterpart. Now, first up, let's talk sales over $1 million. Last month we sold 145. This was the third best August ever, and only 6 less sales than last year. Even more dramatic, going back to July, we broke the all-time record for $1 million sales in July. From entry luxury, let's step up to homes over $3 million. Last month we sold 14 homes over $3 million. This made for the second best August ever on record. If you want to see how dramatically Las Vegas has changed, back in August of 2016 and 17, we only sold 1 home each month over $3 million. All right, next let's see days on market over $2 million. Currently, our days on market sits at 63. Contextually, I have to just disagree here. It's no secret that homes are taking much longer to sell now than in years past. As a result, many homes are listed multiple times. Each time that home's relisted, that resets the counter. Some agents purposely relist stagnant homes like virtually monthly. So while this is what the data tells us, I'm here to say that this is highly manipulated. So think of this as an empty calorie. Finally, we have months of inventory for homes priced over $1 million. While that number sits at 10 months currently, even going back just 2 years, we had 14 and 15 months of supply occurring. So while 10 months isn't great, it's very far from panic mode. Well, that's it for September. If you're looking to purchase or sell luxury real estate here in Las Vegas, be sure to reach out to me directly. My contact information's in the description below, as well as on leboluxury.com, where you can find numerous resources of information, as well as curated home searches for golf course frontage homes, properties with view lots, as well as homes with casitas and many more. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week with another property tour. But until then, deuces.